Okay, so back in March we had a budget and there were some significant changes announced to entrepreneurs relief. And these have kind of gone under the radar with all that's been going on recently. But if you're a business owner, you need to be aware of these changes. I'm also going to share a couple of ways where you can still get money out of your business tax-free. Okay, so let's have a quick recap on what entrepreneurs relief is and what the changes are. So if you're a business owner or a shareholder in a business, when you come to sell your interest in that business, you'll usually pay capital gains tax on the value of your sale. The tax rate could be up to 28%. What Entrepreneurs Relief does is it allows you to claim an allowance for a chunk of your business sale at a lower tax rate, 10%. So for example, before March, before the budget, that allowance was 10 million, meaning that if you sold a business for £10 million, you'd only pay 10% capital gains tax rather than the 28%. Since the 11th of March 2020, this allowance has gone down to just 1 million, a 90% drop, meaning if you sold a business now for 10 million, you'd only be able to claim entrepreneurs relief for the first £1 million. So you'd pay 10% on the first 1 million and potentially 28% on the next 9 million of the sale. So quite a big tax hit. And what's worse, if you already sold businesses in the past and you've used at least £1 million worth of entrepreneurs relief, you've got no more entrepreneurs relief going forward, you've lost it. So now's the time more than ever to be planning ahead and using the tax strategies that are still available to you to get money out of your business, tax-free. So here's a couple of ideas. Number one, gifting shares to your spouse. If you've not done so already, consider gifting shares in your business to your spouse. When you gift shares to your spouse, this is not treated as a disposal for capital gains tax, so there's no tax to pay at this point. And what this does is it then gives your spouse their own entrepreneurs relief rate. So you've effectively just doubled your entrepreneurs relief from 1 million to 2 million. But there are a couple of qualifying criteria to be aware of. Your spouse needs to hold at least 5% of the shares in the business. They need to have held these shares for 2 years before the business sale, and they need to be employed by the company or an office holder. Okay, another way to get money out of your company tax-free is by making company pension contributions. So if you've got a pension, you could pay company pension contributions into your personal pension up to £40,000 a tax year. And if you've been a member of a pension for the last 3 years but have not contributed to it, you could carry forward all those unused allowances, meaning a further 3 times 40,000 contribution could be made this year, so up to 160,000 altogether. Better still, if you have gifted shares in the business to your spouse, or your spouse is already a shareholder in the business, you could also make company pension contributions to their pension as well. So that's potentially another further 160,000 released from the business tax-free into your spouse's pension. So a couple of ideas there to get money out of your business tax-free. But as with any tax planning strategies, the devil is in the detail. There are a number of qualifying criteria to be aware of, so financial advice is essential.